And he said he was walking on the moon, and he looked to his left, and he could see an infinity of heavenly bodies hurling through space at thousands of miles per hour.
Hello, and welcome to the new video from your favorite channel, Channel Pacific. Today we'll discuss the magical formula given by Dr. Wayne Dyer that will allow you to achieve the life you've always dreamt of. In today's video, you will learn why the things you are attempting to manifest are not becoming a reality. This is the basic question that every human asks himself when the reality of their life does not appear to be aligned with the vision of their dreams. We begin to have doubts, we begin to question ourselves, and we begin to blame our physical world as well as other people and circumstances for our situation in life. Why do we seem to slip down life's passageways without knowing what we did wrong? The answer is that we are the ones who create our own obstacles in life. Our thoughts act as a fuel for endless, exhausting negative cycles. Our thoughts have a direct impact on our emotions and creative processes. Doubt causes us to experience delays or obstacles in achieving our goals. What we think about is what expands, and if we are thinking doubt, then doubt is what expands.
That part of you, which is the part of you that creates your entire life, is the part where the doubt is. And banishing the doubt really means coming to a full and complete awareness that you are not a human being having a spiritual experience, but indeed that it's the other way around. That every single one of us are spiritual beings having a human experience. And the quality of that human experience in the physical world is dependent exclusively upon how we connect with and use that invisible part of ourselves. That part that you cannot find in an autopsy, that part that you cannot weigh, that invisibleness that is always with you, that is the observer. And you've got to get really comfortable with this observer. And you've got to understand the 7 words, I think, that were most important ever strung together came out of Proverbs in the Old Testament. As you think, so shall you be. As you think, so shall you be. Now it doesn't say, as you be, so shall you think, even though that's how most of us run our lives. Those words are really all out crucial, because once you get it and understand that what you think about is what expands, as you think, so shall you be is what rules the universe. Once you know it, then you start getting real careful about what you think about. Real careful. Because all of those thoughts, all of those doubts, are the things that will manifest themselves into your life. Now, it's real simple matter to shift around and begin to pay attention first to the spirit, the invisible side of you, and secondly to the physical part of you. Most of us don't do that. And it's such a simple matter. I can give you just like a real brief example of how it works. Most of us are as you be, so shall you think kinds of people. So that when things happen to us in the physical world, whatever they may be, we allow our inner world to be affected by them. And so, between my office and my home, it's a 17-mile drive that I make every day, twice a day. Now, there was a time when I would get in my car, when I was an as you be, so shall you think kind of person, when I didn't understand the simple words that James Allen wrote in the last century when he said, Circumstances do not make a man, they reveal him. The circumstances of our life reveal the kinds of choices that we've been making. And I used to get in my car and drive to my home, and depending upon how the traffic went, or whether there was construction, or whether there were delays, or whether there were difficulties, or struggles, or problems, I would then allow my mood at home to be determined by that. And then I learned how to shift that, and how to first begin to visualize in my mind what it is that I wanted this trip to be like for myself. And I do this every day now before I get in the car. I get a picture of how it's going to be in the next half an hour. Very peaceful. It takes me about a minute and a half. 2 or 3 deep breaths. This is going to be a peaceful, wonderful trip home. I'm not going through any yellow lights. The little lady who drives that 1977 Cadillac in the left-hand lane, she's had the seat removed from her car. She sits on the floorboard and you can just see this little head sitting up there. She has signed an oath to drive around aimlessly, delay me. She's in divine order. She's exactly where she belongs. I'm going to bless her today instead of being mad at her. I'm going to understand that this is a perfect universe and that it's all in order and that I don't have to rush. And if there's construction, it's supposed to be there. There's no accidents. There's no accidents. And I'm going to take my time and I'm just going to be very peaceful all the way home. As you think, so shall you be. And then I get in the car, and there she is, sure enough, about 2 miles from the house, and I waved, and I thank you for being here. If I were to try to go around you like I used to, I would probably have a head-on collision, or there's an officer there to give me a traffic ticket or whatever. I bless you for being there. And I get home, and I don't go through any lights, any yellow light. Don't rush, don't change lanes. Very peaceful. And I get home at the same time every day. Same time as I used to, only I'm now allowing myself to understand a very simple premise. I learned it from a good friend of mine. His name's Edgar Mitchell. Edgar is a man who was the Apollo 14 commander in 1971. He's a neighbor of ours, and we have dinner a couple times a month. My wife, Marcy, and Edgar's wife, Sheila, are very close friends, and we spend a lot of time with him. And I was talking to Edgar one time about what was it like to be on the moon? Because for me, whenever I meet anybody who's very unusual or done things that very few people have ever done, he's one of 12 human beings in the history of humanity to walk on the moon. So I want to know about it, what that's like. And he told me about this experience he had. He called it a satori, which is where I got the idea to write about that in Real Magic. Everything I needed just showed up for me. It always just, when I would need information about a certain area, I would be just slightly wondering where I should go, in the mail it would be there, the book would be there, the conversation would be there. It was like that's what happens when you get to this surrendering place. And he told me about being, this is a guy who's got a PhD from MIT in nuclear physics. That's as left-brained as it gets, okay? And he said he was walking on the moon, and he looked to his left, and he could see an infinity of heavenly bodies hurling through space at thousands of miles per hour. And he looked to his right, and he could see this blue quarter, which is what the Earth looks like from the surface of the moon. Blue quarter. And he said he realized that on this blue quarter was all of the problems we've ever had in the history of the whole planet. Every single problem is on this blue quarter. One little sort of dot in another infinity of them hurling through space. All of your struggles, all of your problems, all of your worries, everything that you're concerned about, been on, and everybody else, Genghis Khan, Attila the Hun, Napoleon, all of them, all on this quarter.
If the manifestation that we desire to create for ourselves looks like doubtable reality, then the miracle is not possible. For every one of us, the image we paint of our dreams and the destination we desire to reach is unique. The resistance we have already built up between ourselves and our manifestations prevents it from becoming a reality. We are spiritual beings. We are simply limiting ourselves from realizing our potential because of the self-doubt we have created in ourselves. Those who can bring their manifestations to life have already tapped into that energy field. The highest form of energy in the universe is thought. Use that power to create a genuinely great life. Amazing conditions and amazing experiences naturally become normal. It's time to accept that nothing in the cosmos happens by chance. Develop the ability to see beyond what other people do. By applying the universal secrets revealed to you in this video by Dr. Dyer, you'll experience remarkable transformations in your life. Keep in mind to completely trust your instincts and soar above all limitations. Stop listening to the other critics in your life, and most importantly, keep moving in the direction of your dreams, because you deserve everything good in the universe. Stay tuned, subscribe to our channel, and please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it.